Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anil and in this React.js video tutorial we will learn about render lifecycle method. In the previous video we talked about constructor. If you just want to watch our previous video, link is given in the description box. So now let's get started with it. So these are the points for this video. We will learn why we use the render method, and after that we will jump on a practical example and we will make a class component. Why we will make class component? Because render method only used inside a class component. We cannot use it inside functional component. And then we will see that how we can use render method with the state and props, and why I'm just talking about here state and props also. And in last video I asked the interview question. I will provide you the answer of that question, as well as I will ask a new question also. If you want to attempt it, you can attempt in a comment box also. And this is my Insta account if you just want to join me here, right? So first thing is why we use the render method. So render method is basically used for render the HTML part of our React.js application. In render method we basically write our all HTML of our component, right? That's why it will just update in three places. One, whenever our component is created, then render method is called. After that, if any state and prop is updated in our component, then render method will re-render again, right? Why this is rendered again on a state and props update? Because let's say this state or props is you can say that print or display inside our HTML part, then we just want to show the updated thing, right? That's why after updating the state or props, render method will called again. I will show you all these things in a practical example also, right? So now let's just jump on a code. So this is my app.js component, and basically this is a functional component, but we cannot use React render inside a functional component. That's why I'm going to create a class component. So just simply write here user.js and just make a component of it, right? Just write here import react from React. Then we can just simply put here a class user extends react.component, and then we will basically make a render function inside it. Without render method you cannot use a class component, it will just give you the error, right? So just return a div here or anything else, whatever tag you want to use. So just for a moment, just simply put here a user component, right? And just simply export it, export default user, right? All great. Now let's import user component inside app, import user from user, right? And now we can just simply remove this text, and we can just simply put here a user component, and this is the output that you can just see here, right? So as I told you, render method will called from the three places. One, whenever our component is created. So let's check all these things with the console dot one, and I'm just going to put here a render, right? And you will find that whenever I will refresh this page, this render is printed here, right, in the console. Why? Because this method is automatically called when our component is created, right? Second thing, it will automatically called when any state or props will updated, right? So I'm just going to pass some props from app to user, and we can just check all these things, right? So let's import react to just define a state and all, right, from React. And just simply use your const name, set name, use state, and we can just put some name. Let's say my name is Anil. I can just simply put here Anil, right? And after that we can just simply pass here pass a props here, right? Like name this, but that time it will not going to update because we are not updating this state and props, we are just adding it, and it will just work with the this component creation time. So it will just called only one time. Here you can see that, right? But whenever I will update it on a button click, it will call again. So just put here a button and just write here update name, and simply just write here on click, and here we can just simply put here set name, and let's put here a new name like Sidhu. And now you will find that this render method is automatically called when its props is actually updating. So how we'll just get to know that this props is actually updating? So we can just simply put here this dot props, right? And let's see what we are getting here. Let me just refresh it once. Now you can see that we are getting Anil here, right? Whenever I will just click it on our render method called again, as I told you, here you can see that, and now my name is Sidhu. So it's actually hence proof that render method is called again on props update, right? So we just check the two things. Now we just want to check that is it also update on state update or not, right? It will just called on state update or not. So now just come here, and we don't need these props for a moment, otherwise maybe some guys can be confused because we are now using state, right? So let's define a constructor so that we can just define state and all. First of all, let's call super, then this dot state, and just put here email address, and let me just add here anil@test.com, right? And this is, let's say, my initial email address, right? Initial state, this dot state dot name, and that time it will just print only one time. Here you can see that this is undefined. Why? Because I must have to use here email. Now you will find that render method will call only once because just state is attached, not updated, right? And let's make a button. Just right here click or update email, right? And after that just define a on click event. Take an arrow function, just simply use here this dot state dot this dot set state, and just update this email address like this, like sidhu@test.com, right? And now you will find that this render method is calling again on updating state. Here you can see that, right? So all these three things I just shown you. So if you still have any confusion, you can ask me in the comment box, and don't forget to subscribe my channel.